Welcome back to the most patriotic episode we have ever done. It's the first of many, what I would assume to be beautiful red, white, blue, just all round American movie episodes. I am your host with the most. James, sitting with me is my beautiful looking co host, ready for the TED Talk of America. Colin, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm very good. That's very soft opening. I was expecting a little more patriotism in that one, but that's okay.
I'm shocked.
You're shocked. And then the floater, resident fact checker, Cameron.
Fact checker. I don't know. That's
I'm
that's a
sorry.
lot.
Did you prefer resident hater?
I wouldn't even consider myself a hater either.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
just a guy who has opinions.
Can I'll tell you right now. For the last 4 episodes, I have put
That's
Cameron
American.
resident fact checker. So I think either one of them's got to stick at this point.
This is upsetting. I
Well,
don't know.
would you not want fact checker? Which one would you want then?
Resident guy.
Resident
Yeah.
guy, Cameron. All right. Well, that's gonna go in the post. That's a one way to kick off the episode. All right, talking about the 4th of July, even though we're posting on the 3rd of July and recording on the 30th of June. Pretty much back and forth on what we're doing. First thing I want to kick us off was this week, we all saw some different movies the last week. Cameron saw A Quiet Place. How was that?
Surprisingly good. I think I've seen online a lot of people are upset. They're like, it's kind of like not really day one. Like they didn't get enough day one for them, but honestly, I don't care. The movie's doing a different thing. It's surprisingly dark.
Darker than the other two?
Yeah, yeah. It's a surprisingly depressing movie just in like what the core of its story is about, but it's still incredibly human and a movie about the importance of the little things. It's very good. Lupita Nyong'o gives a great performance. Joseph Quinn is actually pretty great.
How was Jamon Hansu?
He's in it a little bit. He's fun.
Can we get this man more screen time? Because this guy's actually
Yeah.
a very good
Yeah.
actor.
No, I was thinking that too. I was like, I like him a lot. I think he should be in more things and have bigger roles.
He does. He needs more than
Um,
3 minutes of screen time. Because the
yeah,
last few movies, he's had a total, I think, like 4 or 5 minutes at all.
yeah. I don't know, but
Not good.
it's a good little movie, and it has a cat in it, named Frodo, and that cat deserves an Oscar.
Really?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Colin, you did see Inside Out too. How was that? You both saw Inside Out at this point, right?
Yeah, I've also seen it.
Okay. I just need to get on that. Colin, what'd you think?
Um, Definitely good. I was surprised how short it was. But that was because the thing is that like I realized that the first Inside Out was also short because I saw that the next day. The first one, I was like, I was in the mood to a Pixar mood. Um, but I went to the movies to see it, and whoa, I definitely a tearjerker. And also, as an adult, I'm like, yeah, this is starting to make a whole lot of sense, like what's going on.
Hmm.
Like, this really hits home. Anxiety was amazing. Like, I forget the
Maya Hawk.
Maya Hawk. Yeah, she killed it. She killed it. And everything I wanted from a Pixar movie. It's been a while since that I've had the urge to go to the movies for a Disney movie. But it's Pixar, so I don't completely count it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I overall it was amazing. It's hard to rate the two together. I don't think you should because it's also just different chapters of Riley's life, and she reached puberty, and I actually saw this clip on Instagram of like people pitching Inside Out 3. It's like, first, we got like what's the next emotion? Suicide.
Oh, I
But
wonder
yeah,
what the next one will be. Because, I mean, probably like her as like a grown adult with her kid, right? That seems like the better
I'd imagine
move.
college.
Oh, college.
uh,
Well, then what would
yeah,
college like be? Stress, and the other one is.
alcoholism.
Did you ever see the robot chicken bit that they did for
No.
Inside Out? Oh, it's like there was like a bunch of other emotions that were very similar to the ones you were naming. Like one of them was like
Where's
depressed.
horny?
I don't think we need to see that one.
Where's horny? Who plays horny? Who do we get to play horny in the Inside Out universe?
Well, you could. Nope, I would get canceled for that one twice over,
We're already crossing a weird line with this
3
one.
times.
Who would you want then, Cameron? Let's you're the one that started this conversation. Who do you want?
Former President Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen
Charlie Sheen.
as Lust. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
moving on fast. Inside Out's 2 success. Wanted to kind of talk about that real quick because it's the best. Sorry, was it best second weekend for an animated film ever? And it has only a 35% drop from the last week, which is the best hold in blockbuster history and 7th film ever to break 100 million in its second weekend. That's pretty great for especially a Pixar movie.
Pixar needed it.
Yeah. And I think the better thing about that was same thing. That's why we talked about this a little bit in the last episode, Cameron. Why Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is doing so well is because they have a 100-day plus theatrical run. Like it's not just 2 weeks and then it's on streaming like the last few movies have been.
Yeah, like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes got a boost simply by not dumping the movie on streaming like 10 days after it released.
Yeah.
Like it had a chance to get good word of mouth and build up. I think Inside Out 2 is just an out of the gate smash hit. Just like I think people were excited to see it and people have turned out to like it. And I think frankly, a movie that made that much money only in its first weekend to drop 35% is insane. I think it's making $1 billion or it's hitting $1 billion this weekend. And
something like that.
Good.
And that's less
like,
than a month that it hits $1 billion. And so people who are saying like, oh, Disney and Pixar like fell off, it's like not really. It's just that they didn't take the proper care of a story, which is fine. You know, you have mistakes, but
I am excited Pixar had a hit after the very public problems they've been having with the Disney Plusing of like 4 of their movies, and then Lightyear not doing well, and then Elemental doing okay.
It did better once it got traction, which I did love seeing.
Elemental started like the first weekend event. Elemental looked real bad.
Yeah,
and then it just kind of steadily. It had good legs.
Built. Yeah. I was very disappointed in the opening of it because I actually love Elemental. There's tons of reasons why I love it. I love it for personal reasons. There's a lot of personal things that are in there, but I thought it was a good story.
I will say, especially with the place that Pixar is at, like with the layoffs and them being like, yeah, we're gonna try and make more like sequels. To see Inside Out 2 just be an out of the gate smash hit makes me kind of sad because I'm like, oh, cool, we're not gonna get another original Pixar movie for a decade.
Yeah, decade. Because they're working on Frozen 3 and 4 at the same time. I don't know if you know that.
That's not Pixar.
Oh, that's right. That's Disney. Either way, same. It's under the same umbrella. They're still working on sequels all the way through. They're working on only those kind of things, and I think
Incredibles is Pixar, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I'd love to. I mean, if they're going to be focusing on sequels, I mean,
wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't hurt to see a 3 from Incredibles.
I did see someone say that the Pixar's Incredibles 3 should be like a buddy cop movie with Frozone and Mr. Incredible, and I would love that.
Idea.
That's how sick that would be, or at least like a Disney Plus series.
I think that would be more of a spin-off than like anything else. Like you could, because like the Incredibles, that's the family story. But with that one, it can, you know how like Marvel has their like, you know, Marvel team up, Frozo, like, you know, like Iron Man and Captain. You can frame it like that, and it could be like a, you know,
I'd kill for
like
that.
in the theme of like superheroes, because that would be a great pick. Like you said, Disney Plus series. I'd kill to see that. I'd give up family members for that.
I would give up both of my kidneys to see that show. Seriously, that sounds like a sick show.
One can dream. What other sequels could they potentially work on besides Inside Out? I thought Frozen was Pixar too.
Ratatouille.
I guess they really can't do a Wall-E sequel. They can't do Soul. They can't do Luca. Turning Red.
Sure, they can do a Luca sequel.
How?
Absolutely.
How?
A movie about
pitch it right now. Pitch me the Luca 2 sequel right now.
Luca is taking classes and like learning about the human world while uh the other one is still in the fishing town.
Alberto.
And we see the movie is about them trying to stay friends while being so vastly different in what they know about the world and also distance and like not seeing each other for a while. I feel like if you
Wow.
frame those movies around that friendship, it works.
That actually kind of made me sad.
Okay.
That actually brought me sad.
That was not bad.
Can someone
It's like
clip
we're in the
that?
writer's room right now. We're like,
Yeah. Dude, get
like
this
that was
man a
pretty good.
budget. Like, wow. That was actually really good. All right, well, I guess there could be some sequels. I would like to see a Lightyear sequel that is just purely me.
You're delusional.
I do. I am. I would also like Cars to get another chance, just because
Cars
No.
4 through 6.
No.
I think Cars needs another chance, man. Because Cars 2 is not that great.
I will kill myself.
What's
before
wrong with Cars? Cars 1 and 3
They're
as a whole story are
fine.
great.
The first one is great.
Yeah, the first
The
one, but as
the
a whole
second
story,
one
if you
is
watch 1 and 3, the story itself is incredible. The story.
yeah. No.
The rise and fall of Lightning McQueen breaks my heart. Like when I remember I saw the teaser trailer when it was like the
Yeah, I
slow
remember being
crash.
like people crying and pissing and being like, "Oh my God, Lightning McQueen is dead."
I'm one of those people that cried. I didn't piss, but I definitely cried.
That Zack Snyder
but, like,
teaser trailer seemed like a meme. Didn't it? It felt like an April Fool's joke where like Disney
Yeah.
were like, we would never actually do this, but it was a part of their marketing.
and it was like the coolest part. Like I remember the poster of like a flipped over like sparks are flying. I'm like, damn, he's gonna get fucked up in this movie.
And
But like Cars 1 is great. I think it is genuinely a good movie.
it's great.
Cars 2 makes me want to give myself a swirly until I stop breathing. Um, and then Cars 3 is just okay. I think Cars in general has just been just like from the jump over commercialized and over like sold. Like
Really?
yeah, it's just like everywhere. It feels like more of an excuse to make toys than it is an actual movie.
Hmm.
And I'm tired of it. And also like
You can't handle the
the
mater?
only reason those movies exist is because like John Lasseter is like horny for cars.
Hey man, whatever
Like
gets those creative juices flowing.
It's a very American motion.
It's a very
I don't know.
American emotion. Horny for
Oh,
Fords.
oh yeah. No, I get it. Cars can be sexy, but like
But I mean, they
He
got
gets
that
it.
one military
I don't
car.
know.
They got Sarge. There's a whole video on our channel where
You got
it's
a
just me and
smart
Colin.
truck.
Yeah, the smart. There was a 10-minute conversation in an episode that I made into like a deleted scene. Of me and Colin asking questions about the Cars universe, and we got onto like topic. Colin made the greatest question of like, if there's buses, who are they picking up? Because everyone can drive. And
Yeah.
you asked what car would Jesus be since there was a pope? There's
Well, there is a
definitely-
Pope car.
yeah, there's a pope car, and so there's a pope mobile, and there's a pope that's also a car.
in the Is that Vor?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I see. The more you think about the Cars universe, it just
Oh yeah, the
really
more you
begs
will
so
go
many.
into.
Oh, yeah, we went on for 10, maybe
Yeah,
11.
Cars 911
What
has
if
that.
their gods are like, the car brands? Like, this certain cars believe in Toyota.
Yeah.
This one believes in Honda.
You also posed the great question of what does their prison system look like? Like, is it
Yeah.
a bunch of garages and like, or is there a boot? Like, what does it look like?
Yeah.
No, the boot's the ankle bracelet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like originally this was ironic. Now it's unironic. Like
No, I know. But,
dissecting this.
no,
This
I
should be studied in
genuinely,
classes.
I think if we could do a whole episode of explaining the Cars universe, because I don't understand the process of all these things. 'Cause they put a lot of good detail. And the bigger question is like, do they call it the bug because it's based on the VW bug, or is it because it's an actual insect?
Well, I mean, there are insects because you remember like
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen, he was driving and he got like a bunch of flies like in his
Sure.
face.
Yeah.
So if there are bugs, what
Yeah.
other living creatures are there? Are there people? Are there people like the equivalent of like a
People
sapphire?
inside the cars.
I don't buy that theory that people are inside the cars. I don't buy
Like
that theory.
souls?
Like people morphed into the cars themselves. Of like a
What the
post
fuck?
Yeah, Cameron's sipping his the most
Sipping my
American.
Brita.
It's the most American way to drink anything is out of the Brita
Look,
filter that you bought
if a
yourself.
college university can teach Red Dead Redemption 2, we can get started on cars.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a college class out there. I don't know for which university or school. They study Red Dead Redemption 2, and the
Why?
actor who plays John Marston, he came in to guest like like just to help lecture, but like that's a real thing.
Hell yeah.
Okay, sorry. So, history professor at the University of Tennessee teaches a class titled Red Dead America, which uses Red Dead Redemption and its sequel as a method of exploring American history between 1899 and 1911. Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Because I had a teacher in my high school who used Assassin's Creed as part of history teaching. That's kind of rad, in my opinion. Like he would show gameplay minus.
Did he show the movie?
He did not. He actually despised the movie. He was a big
That
fan
seemed
of.
very biased.
Yeah, no, he didn't like the movie yet. So at least we know he's a true fan. But kind of moving on to everything else we got to talk about. Cameron, you watched a movie this week, and I got a question as to how or what made you pick this one, or if it's a part of the Spielberg thing.
Oh,
Twilight.
I had a date.
What?
That's it, man.
You still logged it. That's the funniest thing, though.
Yeah, of course I did. I watched all of it.
Were you a resident hater then? Did you talk shit about the movie while it was going
Oh,
on?
we both know it's bad.
Oh wow.
How
Yeah.
how much did you go into it? Because I'm just curious.
Entirely because she wanted to.
No, I meant like how much did you like tear into that movie?
I mean, like, I wasn't like,
Now that's how we do it.
this is a existential threat to the idea of filmmaking. Like, it's just a silly little movie.
All right,
You
and did
watched
you?
New Moon of all things.
I had already seen the first one.
3 different references to Romeo and Juliet in the first 10 minutes. I love subtle filmmaking. That's his review.
Yeah.
Did you like have her like when the movie was over? Was she like, "Oh, what'd you think?" And then you're like, "Hold on, I'm thinking of my letterbox."
Oh, no. We were both making fun of it the entire time.
Okay, that's good.
Nice.
Wow.
She loves those movies, but she's like very aware that they are not good.
Oh, okay, good on you, Cameron. Congrats on the
And you-
date.
and
I
you
thought
said
maybe
the
it was a
entire
date.
time?
There's no way you went out of your way to watch that.
What's that?
The entire time.
He's
Yeah.
alluding. There you go.
Yeah,
Look
for
at the
like
eyebrow.
92% of the time.
Ooh. Was that other 8% holding hands or something else?
No, they did that
Uh,
little thing where like the pinkies kind of
Yeah.
touch, and then it kind of like progresses. You know what I'm saying? That little thing when you. Never mind.
A gentleman does not kiss and tell.
But I ain't no gentleman. We did get some new Superman looks. Do we want to talk about that?
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Colin, did you get to see these?
I absolutely did.
I'm gonna just make a quick thing. I know I'm one for like, can we stop sending out spoilers and everything? Can we just be surprised? But this one, I'm letting it slide because I'm okay with that one. That's a good one. That was a good spoiler. That's a good.
Very
I know.
hypocritical.
I'm being hypocritical here, but genuinely, that was a great surprise to see Mr. Terrific and Superman back and forth like that. It was beautiful, and Eddie Gathegi looks fantastic as Mr. Terrific. They got that whole suit down perfectly. I mean, how are you feeling about this new suit though? The new Superman suit.
I love it. The only thing that kind of I'm like, I'll get used to it is like you can tell like the suit kind of like folds a little bit and it's like thicker, even like with like the glove, like you can see like a level of like thickness on the suit. Otherwise, it's a perfect suit. I saw somebody on Instagram that's like, it makes me sad that like Robert Pattinson isn't the main DCU like Batman because just them standing side by side, they look like they live in the same universe.
I did see that post where it was like not intercut. It was just 2 frames that they put side by side and looked beautiful together.
And before like anything else, like I think we should preface spoilers because there's other set photos that do reveal other characters.
We can do a small spoiler here.
Okay,
I'll
so
put
like
a timestamp and then they'll go to that.
The timestamp is 27:06.
cool. But we also see Superman being arrested by the government.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one lady, I forget her name, even the actress, but she's a part of the authority.
Mm-hmm.
and right next to him,
Oh,
people
the mechanic or
said,
something like that.
yeah, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, I know she's back
Um,
in the movie.
and the other one, people have speculated it could be Midnighter or Ultraman because of the U.
Did see the U. Yeah, if we get
So,
Ultraman this early, that's gonna be pretty
well,
rad.
there's different iterations of Ultraman.
Mm.
Like different uh Ultramen have been throughout the DC universe.
Yeah,
So I'm curious, but also I had like a weird theory that like may not be true, but it just
bring
was
it.
like it reminded me because of like the goggles are very circular. The suit kind of looks like Doomsday. Like the remember like in the first comics, Doomsday wore that like
Yeah, that.
suit at the and
Yeah,
then like as the more like they were fighting, like like you saw like hit that like the insides of which is like bone and there's like a monster inside. So they might do something related to that, maybe. Or it's just like a costume design thing, or I'm
Mm.
just like reading too much into it. But like this movie, like I want to hear your thoughts
it
because like
feels
Superman looks
really.
amazing.
It feels to me like we're back. Like, I mean, we have
Yeah.
crossed into uncharted levels of back because now we're getting people doing weekly theories. We have people going into the set photos. We have people analyzing all those other different things. Like, rumor could be that there's a crypto CGI'd into the movie because Mr. Terrific was holding a box of dog treats. That's very similar to the ones that would be given a crypto.
Oh,
And
that's
we
cute.
saw a set photo of Michaela Hoover that Cameron and I talked about last week. Michaela Hoover's Cat Grant, and then we saw Steve Lombard, and then we saw more of Perry, and we saw more of Lois, and we saw
The
I think
whole
Jimmy,
like Daily Planet
like the
set.
whole bit,
Lois looks amazing. Like she's wearing
so
the purple shirt from the animated
unreal,
series.
so good, and
Jimmy Olsen.
yeah, it looks great. And you're right, it could be Ultraman, and my thought was Ultraman because of the U, and if it is Doomsday, they they cannot show Doomsday right away. Like there's no way. That has
I,
to be for a sequel. It's because
you
that's
know,
insane. That's too much. That's Zack
yeah.
Snydering it.
Well, sort of Zack Snydering it because with Zack Snyder, it just was like just a ghoul from the Lord of the Rings that was shoehorned in just so that the buds can be best friends
It did
again.
look like very like a Rahukai, something like that from the Lord of the
But
Rings.
that was just like where my brain went to because there were like speculations of like, like Superman was gonna have to fight like an overpowered threat. And just with like the goggles itself, it just reminded me of like the first time we ever saw Doomsday with
Yeah,
that. Like it definitely could be Ultraman or it could be Midnighter. It's more than
I mean,
likely
there's
Ultraman,
so many
which
crazy
is
villains. There's the you just said it.
the Authority.
The Authority. We have the Authority. We have Metamorpho. We have tons of other characters that are going to be in this movie. It's great that we're getting a Superman with an already lived in world and not need
Yeah,
14 different movies for all these different characters. You know, I
absolutely.
love that.
Oh, did you guys see the set photo of like the newspaper stand of Superman stopping the bullet train?
Yeah, looks so
Like, come
good.
on,
It
come
looks
on.
so good.
Did you see the one of like Superman makes a wish come true and it's like him flying around a school bus? Like,
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
that's so nice.
I think the
think I'm
set
gonna
photos
cry.
I've seen are very exciting. I
Ugh.
like that there's color. I like that it feels comic booky
I do like
already
that.
just
I
from the
do
set
like that. That
photos.
there is color. Your color is correct. I'm glad it's no
Um,
longer just gray.
it's looks promising. I'm excited.
Did this meet
I,
or
I
blow your
also
expectations away for Gunn? Let me ask you this: were you guys like, "Oh, James Gunn's doing Superman"? Like, really?
oh no,
Never, I was never
I
like,
think he's the perfect fit.
Thank you.
But
yeah,
Okay.
he's one of the few filmmakers out there that truly embraces the superheroisms of like, like those tangents of like, okay, there's multiple characters in a scene. Just
Mm,
let them be their characters and the stars will shine through them.
yeah.
Like from the set photos, we already have Mr. Terrific,
Mm,
civilians being saved and those like that ship that looks like Mr. Terrific's. It's there's a threat at the Daily Planet and it needs to be saved and Superman is there and we see clumsy Clark going through like a pile of like people with like the hair.
yeah. The hair looks.
Um,
He looks good as Clark as well. Very. I like how like there's a legit apparent difference between the two. Like there's like his hair is even curlier than when he's Clark and not Superman. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, he's the bubbly, bumbling, friendly guy, but not
Yeah.
too heroic, the
No.
guy that like you would least expect. But I never had any doubts about James Gunn, especially from his three movies, The Suicide Squad and Super. I know that like he's definitely he's somebody who would respect the source material at all costs.
I think it's very exciting that this DC universe seems to we're not wasting any time establishing it. This is a world we're coming into that's fully formed, with a roster of heroes that exist.
Mm.
I think James Gunn is one of the very few people who can make comic book stuff comic booky while still remaining like emotionally engaging it on a level that isn't just like, oh my God, it's X in live action, it's Y in real life. And he's also got this perfect balance of sincerity in comic bookiness and when to like poke a little fun, have some like silly comics are silly sometimes, aren't they?
I think what solidified his Superman movie was Guardians 3. For me, that's exactly what I was like, that I have zero doubt for Superman. Because that scene where Adam Warlock's flying to the Bowie, dude, Superman's gonna look sick. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be real good.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I like the practical effects, like the sets that they had, like that they built. It's like, they're out in the open. They picked a city. There's no sound stage. It's just, because like you see like the Daily Planet, like the thing that they had built, it like rotates and at night it glows.
Oh, that's so good. And I don't know. I think there's so much of this movie we haven't gratefully seen, so I'm very excited to see what happens next with Superman. I do like the title change from Superman Legacy to Superman. I like that a little more. I think that's a little better. Well, moving on from that, which is, I gotta stop saying moving on. I gotta figure out a different topic.
I think fine.
All right, moving on. Bigger topic for this is, since it's the 4th of July, I wanted to task you guys with a very simple task. I wanted you guys to recreate America's icons, or just bigger things that are well known in America through pop culture. Because I feel like there are things that if we were to live in a movie world like Toontown, something like that, I feel like things would be looking a little different. I did watch recently Roger Rabbit, and it does just remind me how disappointing our world is compared to that one. Point is, I wanted us to kind of go around and go through our list. So kicking it off with the resident hater, fact checker guy, person, Cameron.
Am I going through my whole roster?
Give us the, maybe we'll go around. Give us your first official president.
All right. So is this like the person who's president now, or the person that founded?
This is the very first official president of America, like the one that started it all. Or if you want, actually, I'm gonna leave it up to you. You can either make this current, or the one that essentially started America.
All right. Circle around to me. Circle around.
Okay. Did you not do this? Are you thinking this on the spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Colin, give me your first president.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk. Okay. Why is that?
Because the speeches would be really good.
Can you imagine that?
Let me tell you something, Vlad.
You got another thing coming, brother. It'd be great. My first president was Ted Lasso. I thought Ted Lasso would be kind of great. He'd go in not really knowing what to do, like how most presidents do, and then he figures it out, and then bam, everybody's just chill.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Believe as a bunch of our propaganda all over the place. Believe would be great. Yeah.
My answer for the first official president will be Marcel the Shell.
Oh, why is that?
He's so wise. I think he brings a lovely perspective that we'd need in shaping the country.
Well said. Can you imagine?
So far, my president would kick both your presidents' ass.
Hulk's out of the way. Yeah, no. If these were all debating, can you imagine me like, so if I was president, and Ted Lasso just be like, I'm happy to be here, and then Marcel's like, what's presidency? Just kind of be like, have you ever seen an IBM?
Yeah.
Where's the anger coming from, Hulk?
It's just a bunch of questions. Yeah. For national anthem, Colin.
My national anthem would be Phil Collins, "On My Way" from Brother Bear.
Yes. So good. Hell yeah.
That's really good. I don't know why when you said Phil Collins, I thought "In the Air" was going to be the national anthem. I was like, it's a great pick. That's a great pick. Cameron?
Danger Zone.
That's a smart one. And then mine was we hit him with that American Eagle screech from TikTok. Just imagine every soccer game or football game, us just walking out to that would be sick.
Just
Yeah, I can't make the screech, but I would love to be at a state and be like, we hit him with that American Eagle screech, and then it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Colin, you're the military. What's your pick on the military?
Terminators.
Just a bunch of T-1000s or T-800s?
Yes, all of them. Terminators.
pretty communist of you to
Very.
do robots.
We have a great national anthem.
We have a great.
You imagine all the Terminators come down from that ship, and you just hear, "And here we go, and
Yeah.
I'm on my way."
God, that'd be great. I bet I feel like someone should edit the beginning of T2 just to have like the skulls, and then in the distance you hear like "Tell everybody," and then the foot crushes the head. Perfect. Is it the one specifically from Brother Bear, like the kids singing the song, not Phil Collins?
I mean, it would be Phil Collins, you know, like because it interludes, but like we'll have two different versions.
You
like
know, the Fergie version.
We just have them all. We have Brother Bear.
All right, Colin, Cameron, what's your military?
A mix of the Starship Troopers and Helldivers.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's a great pick. I was considering Helldivers. What was it, Colin?
No. I was just doing the Space Troopers thing. I like that pick.
I was like, I'm doing my part. It'd be
doing
great.
Yeah.
Strike Force Team America, World Police. The Tim Robinson bit is so good. My military is Strike Force Team America, World Police. I just want to see a bunch of puppets go kick some ass.
Yeah. And they're puppets, so they're invincible.
And that's what's funny is that you like just see these cars come out and you're like, what the hell is that? And then these little puppets just start. Yeah. And then I that also includes Matt Damon into that team. So it was just one guy. Matt Damon.
How do you like them apples?
Matt Damon. National bird, Colin.
The middle finger.
I figured you were gonna do that.
Good.
Pretty good. Cameron.
Sam Eagle from the Muppets.
That's a great choice. Mine was Big Bird. I felt like you were gonna do Sam Eagle. I didn't want to do the same answer twice. That was my original
super
choice.
Disappointed in you guys
Well, we all know the bird.
Right before you got on, I was like, my favorite question to answer was the most American moment in history, but I feel like we're all going to be on the same page about the national bird.
Well, yeah, that's like the more well-known bird. But if there was like if you were to see Sam Eagle soaring above a mountaintop, you'd be like, damn, that's patriotic. Same thing with any of these.
I will debate you that the middle finger is more recognizable than the bald eagle. Fight me on that.
I'm not gonna.
No, you're right.
Thank you.
People have, I will say this: more people have seen the middle finger than they have ever seen a bald eagle.
That is very true.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Look, there's one right there.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa, it's there too.
Join the Tu-Vie podcast. You get to see bird sightings like crazy. Replace the Statue of Liberty with what, Colin? What are you placing it with?
All right.
By the way, hold on. Whatever you're about to say is a giant, like, same size as this copper. I
understand the assignment.
Sorry.
Hulk Hogan with his arms crossed with a bald eagle giving the middle finger.
What does it say on the sign?
Tell everybody.
Okay. So it's not saying give you're tired, you're poor, and you're masses. It's tell everybody I'm on my way. Dash Phil Collins. Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Cameron?
Circle back.
That's okay, Sarah. So mine is gonna be a giant Ricky Bobby when he was getting his license photo taken and he's holding up the #1 screaming, and in his hand is gonna be like a race car, but on the top of the race car it's gonna say, if you ain't first, you're last. Which I feel like is the most American sentence ever.
All right, I got an answer.
Colin, you're Cameron, not you.
Brick at the end of the first Anchorman when he's just like on a bear. He's like, I'm on a fuzzy track. I want that, but giant.
You want a giant Brick Tamlin.
Yeah.
I'm riding a furry tractor.
Yeah.
That's what it says on there?
Yeah.
In giant letters, I'm riding a furry tractor.
I'm riding a fuzzy tractor.
Okay. And the last one. This one is the most American moment in cinema.
Oh.
Or at least in history of pop culture.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I chose your life.
Okay.
The most American moment in history was when Trump asked if we can nuke a hurricane.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes. Cameron, lay it on me.
The last 10 minutes of Die Hard.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Sweet. And then mine was Anytime Gypsy Danger Walks from
Mm,
Pacific Rim. I feel like that's like
yeah.
it just screams American, dude.
I hate to be competitive. I won that
Dude,
question.
you won that for sure. I
That
feel
that
like
describes America in a heartbeat.
yeah,
It's like
I feel like
we
that
have a problem. We need to blow it up or shoot it.
yeah, no. I feel like any other time, we get an issue going around. I feel like that's actually a really good answer, Cole. I can't even defend my answer at all.
Yeah.
That's really good. You actually won that. I don't know. I feel like America's been seen through many different lights. We've got so many different moments. We got Strike Force Team America showing off how badass our military is, truly and wonderfully made, with no faults of their own, no flaws.
Also, I would like to say my runner up for most American thing ever or moment in
Yeah.
pop culture is a Conan's Hot Ones episode. I
Very,
think that
very-
perfectly encapsulates American pop culture.
My actual follow up for Gypsy Danger was when Fergie did the national anthem.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
really
that was great. It was true unity
that was real patriotism.
where everyone watched something and was like, "Wow, that was terrible."
That or
The water flipping challenge.
the
We
water
did that.
flipping. I mean, there's so many great moments. Like the national anthem, I also wanted to make was oh shit, what was it? It was something. It was it was America from America, the Strike Force Team America, the theme song. You know, they were like America.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My America, there would not be political parties, just a VIP lounge.
Just one big one, like the country's a VIP lounge, or
Yeah, I mean the Illuminati is obvious. Like they're always gonna be VIP. Like they're the smart guys. They know what they're doing. They run the country. I'm just a face.
that does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also I don't know why we didn't talk about this much sooner. In Dallas, they're opening like this thing in the Galleria, like a Netflix in person.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
What are you
It's
talking?
like, from what I understand, it's just like Disney Quest but Netflix.
Yeah, and it's like a shop where I don't even know what it. Cameron, do
It's
you know
like
how to
a
put this
tiny
in-
theme park.
Yeah, in the Galleria.
I don't
Even know how to. I don't even know how to like. It's first two locations of the Netflix experience. So it says, imagine waltzing with your partner to an orchestral cover of Taylor Swift's song in the replica of the Bridgerton set, which apparently, get this, Colin is a huge fan of Bridgerton. Didn't know that. Way to go.
It just happened. I
know,
didn't
but
plan.
I just feel like you're so funny because you're like, oh, dark, brooding gore. Ugh. Bridgerton.
Guys, Inside Out 2 has officially hit a bill.
Whoa. Live?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. All right, sweet. That's big news. First, we got Superman Legacy news on an episode. Now we crossed $1 billion on a Pixar episode. Sweet.
Well,
Nice. Pretty much, it's like a fan fever. Oh, it says a fan fever dream will soon become reality with the opening of Netflix House, an experimental entertainment venue that will bring some of the most beloved titles to life, building on previous Netflix live experiences on Bridgerton, Money Heist, Stranger Things, Squid Game, and Netflix Bites. Netflix House will go one step further and create an unforgettable experience to explore with your favorite Netflix stories and characters beyond the screen year-round.
Well, they have a section of the park for making a murderer.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's just those bigger things.
That'd be a good attraction.
I've seen where they're doing the construction. I drive by it all the time on my way to work, so I'm seeing it unfold.
it's like near you.
Oh yeah, it's 10 minutes from Colin's house, about 25 from my place.
Crazy.
It's weird. You got to fly out, Cameron. We got to go see this together.
No,
We gotta go.
I guess.
And check out that Bridgerton set.
You should dress in that attire.
Yeah, a lot of the guys dress up like Willy Wonka. It's funny.
Yeah, go as Gene. If you dress up as Willy Wonka, that's actually a really good move. You got to do that.
Yeah,
You know
that's
that.
expensive.
Well, to get a costume, I'll go as I don't know, who's someone from Squid Game. No, I'll go as I'll get the jumpsuit.
You'll get the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wait, hold
Cameron
on. The last couple of seasons of Breaking Bad were dropped on Netflix, right? That Netflix picked it up.
No,
No.
they were AMC.
No, yeah, they just dropped.
They were
it.
AMC through and through, but like they had a partnership with Netflix so that they got it relatively fast.
Which, by the way, good call on them. That show is beautiful and it deserved to be on Netflix.
Like Breaking Bad was like a successful show for its first like 3 seasons, but really only like exploded in popularity once it got put on Netflix.
Like Suits.
A little faster than Suits. Like
Yeah,
Suits got popular like a decade after.
That is true.
Which is so weird, by the way. That like yeah.
Elaborate. No, I'm curious. What do you mean?
Like this random milk toast like lawyer show just magically gets like half the country watching it, and now like
It's more popular.
they're
than
making
what it
another
was.
show. They're in T-Mobile ads now. Like it's weird.
Because it was popular when the show came out and everything. So I think Netflix just allowed people
Not
to experience-
remotely this popular.
No, it was not remotely popular compared to when they were on the air. But I feel like they have taken something that when it was gone, it was kind of gone, and now people get to see. The people saw so many clips of that bit of Mike proving how smart he was, like he can memorize anything from TikTok, on
Like,
all those like half
before
game.
before it was on Netflix and everybody watched it, its biggest contribution to pop culture was that one of the girls on the show became a princess, like married
Which
the
is
prince.
so wild. Like, do you ever think about like what was it? Was it Prince Charles?
Harry.
You think Prince Harry was watching the show and he's like, "I'm gonna marry that
That one.
lawyer. Oh, that lawyer's so pretty.
want
I'm
the
gonna
lawyer
marry
lady.
her."
I want to marry the lawyer, like,
Whoa, hold
Mummy,
on,
Mummy, get me that one.
mummy.
fuck.
And it's great how they actually all attended the wedding, but I feel like
Yeah,
he was like, I feel like it's just funny. Can you imagine him like going to the TV and be like, "She's beautiful. Like,
she's right, gorgeous.
She's the one."
I would like to formally apologize to our millions of listeners in the UK.
Yes.
You guys talk awesome.
You're the backbone of our channel, and
We still kicked your ass.
Yes, the most patriotic part about this episode is we made fun of the royal wedding and Prince Harry. Crazy. All right, well, that about wraps. That's I feel like where we end it. If you guys somehow did enjoy this 4th of July episode, I feel like this is the one and done. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out past episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. America out.